Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Thursday, May 19th slate of NBA and MLB action. I'm super excited to dive into it. Once again, we do have a full slate of MLB ranging all the way from noon all the way through the rest of the night, literally until super late at night. So I am really excited about that. But before we did hop into anything else, I did just want to go ahead and say that we did end up hitting 6,500 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for everybody that has subbed. It truly does mean so much to me, but we are still on the road to 7,000. So if you guys are new, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Next, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do, and thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. Now, without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop into it. We'll do a quick recap of yesterday, but it definitely wasn't pretty. We did have Luka over 7.5 assists. This one really just sucked because they did everything in their power to stop Luka, and my analysis from the video yesterday about how they were going to focus on Luka, and it was going to mainly rely on these role players for them to be able to keep him close in this game. I was 100% right. Held Luka to 20 points. I think it was like 7 rebounds and 4 assists, something crazy like that. It was super low for Luka, but also the Dallas Mavericks shot 36% from the field. There's absolutely no way that Luka's going to hit an over if only 36% of the shots are going in, and that is including his own. So there was just absolutely no chance it was going in. The Dallas Mavericks really struggled against the Golden State Warriors, and there was no chance he was hitting this over. So I guess all unders on Luka would have been the play, but hey, it is what it is. Then we had the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks over 8 runs. That was a push. It ended up going to 8. Exactly, and then we did have the Padres money line. Phillies ended up winning 3-0. Very low scoring game. So I was considering if I should do the under or if I should just look at the Padres money line. And I went with the Padres money line. So that was a bad call by me, but regardless, we're going to bounce back today. Today's going to be the day. I'm really excited. I love these plays. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So, our first play of the day, we're taking Max Strus under 12.5 points here versus Boston at plus 100 odds. Now, I'm not sure why this one's exactly plus 100 odds, because if you take a look at it, Max Strus, I know he had a fantastic last couple games to finish off the previous series, but if you take a look at it now, Max Strus has gone under 12.5 points in 5 of his last 7 games just in general. So I know he had 2 games where he dropped 20 plus, and I get that, and maybe the books are still recovering for it, or they know something that we don't. Odds are it's the second one, and he'll end up dropping 30 tomorrow or something, or tonight, whatever. But he has gone under in 5 of the last 7 games. It also does look like Marcus Smart is going to be back in the lineup, and if he is, I'm not sure how the Celtics are really going to be doing like defensive matchups on the Miami Heat. I mean, I can only imagine like Marcus Smart may see some time on Jimmy Butler, but I don't think it'll be the entire game. And so I think that Grant Williams will see some time on him. I do think that Marcus Smart will, and maybe even a guy like Tatum might see some minutes on Jimmy Butler. So regardless, they are going to have a really good defensive guard on Max Strus. And if Marcus Smart is on Jimmy Butler, I think that he can hold his own for the most part versus Jimmy, so I don't foresee a lot of double teams being sent. So hopefully Max Strus doesn't see a whole lot of shot attempts. Also, the Boston Celtics in their last 7 games, they do allow the 5th fewest points per game to opposing guards in general. So they don't really allow a whole lot of points to those guard positions, Also, both these teams are both bottom 10 in pace. They both play at a super slow pace. I know that last game was kind of a little bit of a barn burner. They both kind of scored a decent amount of points, but I don't foresee that happening in this one. Also, in their last 3 games, Boston is second in defensive efficiency with a 0.975. So they have been a very, very great defensive team, as we all know. And so I do think that Max Strus does end up going under in this one. So we're going to be riding with it. Max Strus under 12.5 points versus Boston at plus 100 odds. Now, our second play of the day, we're taking the Cardinals and the Mets under 7 runs at minus 110 odds. Now, St. Louis, they are 12-7 to the under on the road. And the Mets are 10, 9, and 1 to the over at home. So they are profitable more often than not on the over, but it's really not by much. It's literally by one game. If they had the under in one more game, they'd literally be at 500. So I'm going to be taking a shot on this one. Also in this series, they've had a 3-game series so far. 2 of the games have gone under, so I like my odds with that one. Also, Dakota Hudson here for the Cardinals. In his last 5 games, he's actually been really, really solid. He's had a 1.91 ERA, definitely not allowing a lot of runs. And on the flip side of things for the Mets, Chris Bassett has had a 2.97 ERA. So not necessarily as great, but he's still been pretty good. But if you take a look at it versus the Cardinals this year, he has had 6 innings pitched versus the Cardinals so far with 0 earned runs. So they definitely don't give up a whole lot of runs. The Cardinals on the road have a tendency to go under a lot. So I really like our odds here. So that is going to be our second play of the day. The Cardinals and the Mets under 7 runs at -110 odds. Now, for this third and final play, it definitely is a square pick. It 100% is, but with a plus value play in the NBA and with a 50-50 ball for the Cardinals and Mets, I wanted to get one that I felt was extremely, extremely confident in. So if you guys want to make this a leg in a parlay, I definitely don't think that that's a bad option either. But we are going to be riding with the White Sox money line here versus the Royals at -145 odds. I know it's juiced. Like I said, throw it into a parlay with one of my other plays that you like or with a play that you guys like of your own. But that's going to be our play is White Sox money line versus Royals, -145. Now, if you take a look at it in this series, they played 3 games so far, and the White Sox have come out with a W in 2 of them. The most recent one, the Royals did end up pulling off the W, but I think it was like 2-1, or it was extremely low, and it was pretty close. So I don't really foresee that happening again. Also, Kansas City has not been a good team at home, to say the least. They're 7-11 at home this year, and which is the 6th worst in the entire MLB. And the White Sox, they haven't been great on the road either. They truly haven't been. They are just 9-8 on the road, but profitable more often than not. Also, Kansas City, they don't really know what a win streak is. That's truth be told. They are 3-9 following a win. So almost every single time after they have won a game, they ended up losing the next. So hopefully that does end up working out for us. And also the Royals, anytime that they are typically supposed to lose and they are listed as underdogs, a lot of times they do. They are 11-19 as an underdog this year. So I am going to be riding with it as the White Sox money line here versus the Royals at -145 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we are on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so make sure that you guys are subbed. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. This is King Center signing out. Peace.